Hey, I'm Andrew Greif, Oregon Ducks beat writer and this week NCAA tournament writer and Portland Regional, where number 7 VCU is playing number 10 Ohio State. That's one game I've drawn and one game that has drawn Ari Wasserman from Cleveland.com all the way across the country to cover as well. I think when this matchup, everyone looks at two things, at least for me. The havoc defense of Virginia Commonwealth, that kind of full court pressure, and then for Ohio State, D'Angelo Russell. People, even the casual fan, I think, knows those two things about this game. From what you've seen all year about this Ohio State Buckeyes team, and this week in the locker room, and today in the locker room, what do you get a sense about the matchup that everyone should know besides Russell and the defense?
Well, I think the interesting thing about Ohio State in general is that they could have been in a very a considerably worse situation this weekend. I think a lot of people thought that they were going to be in the 8-9 matchup, and that they were going to have to, go somewhere maybe that would have been closer to home than face a team like Kentucky and Louisville the next game. So right now they're in a situation where I think that even though the road ahead is pretty hard because VCU is a tough team, and of course Arizona is practicing behind us, we'll probably be waiting for them in the next round. There is a sense of, well, if things go the right way, we could possibly advance out of this first weekend. So the thing that I like, if you're an Ohio State fan, about this matchup is that they're smaller. They like to press and they like to shoot from the outside, and Ohio State has struggled more with length and aggressiveness inside. So with Shannon Scott, fourth year senior, and D'Angelo Russell, both those guys are very good ball handlers. They can break press, they can get inside, they can do some things, and if they can, rely on D'Angelo Russell to really get going, I think that it's kind of a good matchup for them in the first game. Arizona, that's another story though.
Yeah. How many times has Ohio State faced a kind of pressure like this, maybe sustained full court pressure they're going to get against VCU? Does the Big Ten throw a whole lot of that, and do you think they're going to be able to handle it?
Yeah, I asked Shaka Smart because a lot of the questions to Thad were basically about how they're comparing him to Minnesota, and I wanted to ask Shaka, do you think, hey, is that a fair comparison? He goes, not really. They didn't press him all that much. And so the answer to your question is I don't think they have, in terms of a sustained full court press all game. And I don't even know, I've never seen anybody do that to Ohio State before. I'll be curious to see if VCU actually goes the entire 40 minutes doing that. But I do think they can handle it. I think Shannon Scott certainly has his faults, and I think being quick with the basketball and being able to control the ball, especially the last month of the season, is one of them. And Russell also is a very good ball handler. I think they'll be able to break it, and it shouldn't cause them too much issues, especially if it's happening in the entire game.
Russell today in the locker room said and reiterated that he has not made a decision about the NBA draft. Although he was asked about if he's going to Carmelo-wise this tournament, obviously a reference to Carmelo Anthony winning it as a freshman at Syracuse. Do you get a sense either way? Is this going to be Russell's probably last weekend as Buckeye?
He is the number 2 overall pick,
which he's projected to be.
I think that there are a lot of times he is adamant, and I'm writing a story about this week, that he gets annoyed when he says he doesn't know because it's truth and he thinks that the answer is not good enough. He might not know or hasn't made the decision right now, but I think in situations like that where you're making that much money, this decision's basically made for you, and you have to go. I mean, there's no other choice. So, he might have 2 feet in and he wants Ohio State to advance as far as they can, but realistically speaking, Ohio State fans better enjoy this weekend because odds are they're probably not going to get past Arizona if they have to play them.
Yeah.
And it might be, probably in my opinion, it's going to be D'Angelo's last game.
Yeah, Portland fans might see him in this building a couple times next year, although in a pro uniform. That's Ari Wasserman. I'm Andrew Greif. Thanks for watching.